Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I just really wanted to talk about something that's really important to me, and I've just been putting people on, like my sister. She's a little bit younger than me, but I think it's just like a tool that could help us like in everyday life, whether it be your work, school, or just anything. And I'll be talking about passion planners. So to start off, I will say a lot of my friends use a passion planner and it has been a game changer. I say that just because when I show y'all like examples, of my older one and my current one, it just comes in clutch. Like, there's so many things that it offers that you could use in your everyday life. Number one, the size. This one's just a smaller version. It's literally like they're small, because on the website it'll give you some options. I believe a small, I'm not sure what the inches are, a medium one, and then the larger one is the one that I just got this year. You can see the size difference. This one's literally like my hand. Literally, it's a little bit bigger than my hand. And then this one's like double the size. Well, about double the size. And this one I just think is a lot more easier to read. If you like larger print and decorating, I really recommend this one if you're an organizer in that sense, or if you're really just using it to see your day-to-day activities. I recommend this one. So when I did first start on Passion Planner, this was 2 years ago, not that long ago, 2 years ago. I wrote, if found, please return to my name, my email, and reward. I wrote down cookies and a smiley face. Cute. This is my previous one. It's a smaller version, and my newer one for this year is huge. And compared to that one, right, I just really like this size because of the quotes. Like, I can actually read them compared to the little planner. It was like itty bitty text and I could read it, but it was just, this is more accessible to me. And it's like those calendars, that just people keep at their desks, like the large little calendar things with sticky notes and stuff. This is that, but in a book, and that's why I love it. It has this little string that I just keep on the week that I'm at, because when I close it, it also has this small band that I keep to make sure I mention throughout this video, is the side parts of the weekly planner. So this is the week by week, and this is something that's huge. So on the side, it shows you what to have as this week's focus. I think that's really important when it comes to both academics and personal life, because I've used it both ways. The academic aspect, if you have a big exam coming up, that's your this week's focus, or study for blank. Below it, it does show good things that happened. Really important for gratitude, expressing gratitude and practicing it. So you might not see what happened that specific day, but when you look back at your week, you're like, oh. So I make sure I write those over here on the side. And you go by this week's focus. This week I have written happiness, good things that happened this week. It has literally everything. That's why I love it. They even have on their website, passionplanner.com, they have little PDF files that you can be printed out. And instead of printing those out and cutting them, pasting them, or gluing them, whatever, onto my planner, I actually write it myself. So at the bottom of the monthly, so for this month, I kind of just wanted to keep myself accountable for the workouts I've been doing, and stay on top of protein shakes that I'm drinking, because I'm trying to gain weight. So down here I just write workout tracker, the days that I did it, and the protein shakes, days that I did it as well. Over here in this corner, on the same, now that it's the end of the month, and on the side at the very end of the same self-reflection, or a big reflection page, which is different than the roadmap that I had showed you in the beginning. So this one was one of the questions is, what was the most memorable part of this month? Describe it. What were the 3 biggest lessons you've learned in this month? Are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them? When I wrote where it says, are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them? I did write down, do this less. and prioritize on the other side. Like, this is an example of personalizing it, you know, to fit your own needs. What were the 3 biggest lessons you learned? 1, 2, 3. Do this less and prioritize, because it asks, are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them? And then what did you accomplish? What are you most proud of? And I did a little pretty thing that means a lot to me. You feel overall about this past month. I just think that's really important, you know, to reflect on what you did wrong, what you could do better. I think the start of every month is a big opportunity to just have new goals, you know, new intentions, new goals. And it also has this end of the month checklist at the very, very end. I'm not too big on that one, because that one does go back to, it goes back to this one, and it just asks you, you know, highlight your accomplishments in the month reflection. So this is the passion roadmap from the beginning. It says you make a wish list, gives you an inspirational quote, and then it tells you to kind of go, you know, step by step and what you want to accomplish in life. So this is my lifetime goals. This is in 3 years what I would like to do, in 3 months where I want to be, and in 1 year, like the exact date from when I started, where I want to be. And then it asks you to prioritize, you know, go back in each and then circle a big goal that would have the most positive impact on your life. We go this way, and it's a blank passion plan, and this one's a more specific one. Again, it just gives you directions to follow down here to create a timeline, you know, and obviously to use your planner from that point forward. Referring to this one, and you're picking one of your goals. I haven't done this side, just putting this out there, you know, for people to get their thoughts together and like really be successful towards planning and organizing. I recently put my sister in high school right now, a junior. She really likes it, you know, she's able to write everything down, and the timestamps like are just perfect, and it just highlights all of the things that you should be doing already. So this one I just like better than traditional planners, you know, although you can probably find the hourly ones. This one literally starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 10:30 with the priority things, with the errands. So again, this one's just the smaller version, which I also really recommend. It's perfect. It has the exact same stuff as the other one. 6 a.m. and it talks about like each day, and it says this focus. What will today's focus be? And then some like just stuff to write up until I believe 10:30 at night, and then it keeps your personal to-do list aside from your work to-do list. And it's like priority, some errands. You're able to check it off as a little box to the side. And right next to it, it has a space of infinite possibility. This is where on the Passion Planner website, they provide some PDF files for you to print and kind of paste a tracker, whether it be, you know, keeping track of how much water you drink each day, or just eating right, you know, your diet, bicycling, exercise, whatever it may be. They have it on their website for you to print. It was neat just because it's a smaller size, and I was able to carry this around in my backpack like literally at all times. So yeah, I wasn't very fancy with it in the past. I really recommend this. See, for example, like I tried using different colors, color coordinate, just to keep things in check. That was my previous one, my really old one. It was recommended by a friend. The good things that happened that I wrote, I also make sure to highlight these. This is like little quotes. So if I go back to the very beginning of the planner, here's a blank one, and it just shows the most efficient way to live reasonably is every morning to make a plan of one's day, and every night to examine the results obtained, and the person who said it. Under that, it tells you like something that relates back to the quote and to practice this week. So this one's prioritize each task and block out time in your weekly agenda. Challenge yourself to stick to your schedule. So this just changes as the weeks go on. Find ways to let love motivate your actions. Make someone smile by performing a random act of kindness or volunteering at a local nonprofit. So that's just little like challenges that happened. Here's another important one, and this is just the monthly reflection. So it goes through a set of questions and then things at the very end to relate back to your roadmap that we discussed in the very beginning, which is right over here. So it all kind of relates. It all goes hand in hand. I'm trying to show y'all one that's finished. One from this month. here we go. So monthly reflection, when it says what was the most memorable part of this month and describe it. Those are just some things that I like from my current one. And in regards to the smaller one, it's literally the exact same thing that it offers. You know, here's the month, same exact thing. It has the personal projects, work projects as well. And in the weekly ones, it still has those quotes that I was talking about on the side, the little challenges for the week, what made you happy, this week's focus, and the focus for every day as well, just like the other one. It's all literally the same, but obviously like smaller. I wish I kept my other one. So this is the complete blank one of the roadmap. See how much smaller it is? Like the text is literally itty bitty. And then in my case, all of these, because of my old job, I just had like kids play. Okay, that's enough of that one. I'm sad I didn't keep my other one. I don't know. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm just being a hoarder and like keeping an old planner, but it's neat to look back, you know, at your year. Okay, so that is gonna be it for the Passion Planner. I really hope y'all enjoyed talking about some tips that I've gotten from Passion Planner, why I think it's so great, why you should get one yourself. I really recommend y'all just check it out, you know, whether it's for academics, for personal life, for your own, you know, whatever it may be. It's a really great way to stay on top of things and kind of just keep yourself accountable. So if you did like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe just to kind of keep up with what I'm posting. I'm liking it so far. You know, I wanted to start this channel and I'm in the groove right now and I like this. I'm pretty excited for what's to come. So just stay tuned and thank you for watching. Bye.